A concerted demand made by a class of workmen for redressal of an individual dispute will become an industrial dispute. In other words, an individual dispute not taken up by a class of workmen acting incorrect would not be eligible for the applicability of the Act. Bombay Union of Journalists and others to the Hindu Bombay and others, however, in Western India Match Company Limited, Western India Match Company Workers Union. The Supreme Court held that the community of interest does not depend on whether the concerned workman was a member of the union or not at the date when the cause occurred for. Even when his being a member, the dispute may be such that other workmen, by having a common interest therein, would be justified in taking up the dispute, espousing it as their own. Size of the class espousing individual dispute. The Act is silent on the question as to the member of workmen necessary for the constituting the class for espousal of an individual dispute, even where a class of workmen exists in an establishment in the form of a union or any other arrangement. The Act does not require that a dispute or a difference should be raised by all of the workmen in the class or even by a majority of them before making an individual dispute into an industrial dispute. The courts will not look into the questions of fact regarding whether a union espousing an individual dispute is a minority union or even an unrecognized union. What is necessary for admitting an individual dispute also under